Are you getting into we're living in a simulation?
I believe that we're living in a simulation.
I don't understand it. I don't understand when people say we're living in a simulation. I have no idea what they're talking about.
So if you understand that we're still talking about a creation, right? So we believe, most people believe that we're living in a created universe. I happen to believe so because when I look at the science, the quantum physics proves to me that someone or something created this. This doesn't just pop up out of the blue and just, hey, here we are. There's a universe with people in it. So if you look at the quantum physics and what's been done recently in laboratories, scientists were able to do something incredible. They created an 8th dimensional quasi-crystal. Now this 8th dimensional quasi-crystal, it gave them a glimpse into understanding the 3rd dimension, and this is how. When they positioned it in a particular angle, it created, excuse me, when they positioned it in a particular angle, it created something called a 4th dimensional quasi-crystal. And when they positioned the 4th dimensional quasi-crystal in a particular angle, it cast a shadow of a sphere. And the sphere is our universe. So they discovered that we are living in the shadow of a higher dimension. In other words, the angle of a higher multidimensional quasi-crystal potentially could be what has created this gigantic sphere we call our universe. And what's interesting about that is this is a shadow, but not a shadow of darkness, it's a shadow of light. It's a light matrix. We're talking about the spiritual technology utilized to create this entire realm. This entire realm was created with some type of spiritual technology, and this technology is so incredible, it's imbued with divine matter, divine wisdom, divine knowledge, but it's also imbued with darkness. But what's interesting about the darkness in this yin and yang, it always seems to be a battle against each other, but in the end, for the most part, the light always seems to win. Even if it takes a long period of time, the cycle happens where the darkness leaves and the light comes in. We're sitting in a room right now that's pretty well lit, right? If I was to turn on something dark, I couldn't make the light dim any. In other words, there's no darkness I can inject into this room with these physical lights that would make this room dark right now. But if I turn all these lights off and just do something as simple as turn on the light on my cell phone, the darkness will flee from that light instantaneously. So the smallest amount of light will make darkness flee. And so I take that to the universal scale because I believe it's all fractal. I believe that it's all as above, so below. And it's all about how many conscious beings does it take before the darkness flees. There's a number that we have to hit. When we hit that specific percentage of number of awakened souls on this planet, that's what it will flee. What we're talking about is obtaining Christ consciousness. I get a little emotional about this because it's so powerful. Sorry. So we're talking about this. See, Christ never said he was returning. Jesus never said he was coming back. He said that Christ will return. We're talking about this. When every single person gets this right, it's back. And we're back in the golden age.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. You want to take a break?
Yeah.
Everybody is saying that the food tastes different and it's tasting weird. Let me tell you why the food is tasting different and tasting weird. Because they are literally feeding us to us. If you notice, there is no funeral homes. Not funeral homes. There's no new graveyards. As many people that pass away, should be a graveyard in every single backyard. If you never tasted human flesh before, of course it's going to taste nasty to you. You're not used to that. That's why we're sick. Because they're feeding us to us. And they can't tell me different. Something is nasty in this food. Because I can literally just eat a bite and my stomach start hurting from eating certain foods. I am so done with meat. I'm done with a lot of things because not only are they putting it in our oils. So we're cooking with human fat. So of course we're going to be sick. We're only sick because they're feeding us to us. We're not supposed to eat each other. What do you think? Why do you think we don't feel well? They're sick. They got to get rid of these bodies somewhere and have them go underneath the grid. You heard what the man said. We send them to factories. They grind y'all down and make beef and everything. Have you seen the hamburger meat? That don't even look like hamburger meat. That stuff looks so freaking weird. It smells weird. It smells spoiled before you cook it. Hamburger meat don't even look the same. That is not hamburger. That is not hamburger. We are being fed us. That's why the meat and stuff tastes different. Because it's us. It is us. They want us sick. They want us to get used to the taste of our own flesh. And they sitting there laughing at us. You heard what he said. We are feeding their children to them. And they don't even know it. That's why they're so addicted to it. Y'all, I'm about to become a pescatarian. Well, that's the journey I'm on. So if y'all want to follow me and see my journey on becoming a pescatarian and how my body might change, let's see. Can only get better. I'm done with meat. I am done with meat besides fish. I'm only going to be a pescatarian. I am done. Chicken don't even taste the same. I don't even want it. Tastes weird as that. God, I'm so mad. I'm mad that it came down to them feeding us. That's what's wrong, y'all. That's why we don't like the way the food tastes. It tastes funny because it's got us in it. Now, this is just allegedly. And this for educational purposes only. I don't know. Don't shoot the messenger.
Look, I know everybody think everything is a conspiracy, although I told y'all 2 years ago, I showed y'all the report where the CIA created the term conspiracy theory for critical thinkers. It is just a weaponized term, and it is not a conspiracy that there likely is a Clonye and clones and skin mask and Jamie Foxx might be the next one. It's not a conspiracy that these things actually exist. So I'm just going to show you guys the difference between clones and skin masks that are going around because the world is a stage and everything is not what you think it is.
Humans made to order, mothers giving birth to themselves, babies conceived just so their body parts can be transplanted. Come with me into the scary new world of cloning. The nightmarish stuff of science fiction has suddenly become a reality. Behind those walls, there are people with the technology, the ability and the desire to genetically engineer human embryos, to be the first in the world to successfully clone a human being.
Very pleased to announce that the first baby clone is born. She was born yesterday at 11:55 a.m. in the country where she was born. So this will not give you more details about the location. She's fine. We call her Eve.
Clonate is a private company. We founded that 4 years ago, got the funding to really have lab last August. And so now we have 3 scientists working almost full-time in a lab here in the United States with the major goal for us to produce a human embryo by human cloning.
My first gen was born in Jersey. However, I was cloned by Clonate in Canada. My model number is 0112568, if anyone wants to see the registration in Clonate. When I was cloned, they wiped a lot of memory, but when I stole the documents before escaping, I read that the mother was Puerto Rican and the father, surrogate, you could say, was the sperm donor was the Sicilian.
the hell is sick? Oh my God. My son never looks at me. Oh my God.
Just me, or what is this creature that doesn't breathe and has fish gills or something weird?
Now, they say the truth is stranger than fiction, so share, duet, whatever before they take this down, because they don't want y'all to know about clones and skin masks yet, but it's revelation time, so.
Reality glitches caught on camera.
This ring in a box. I'm like, oh shit, my ring fell off. No, it didn't. It's the same. I'm shaking. It's so weird.
No. My fear is happening. My fear is happening of not being able to get to my car in a parking garage. There's my car. Yep, okay. If I go down that way, that brings me down. So, I'm walking up. But when I round the corner, nothing.
Can somebody please explain to me how I'm sitting here doing my little thing, making TikToks. I'm looking on my desk and I see this. What the hell is this? What is this? Because it looks like it's my nails, right? Girl, I've got all my nails. And I want to specify, this is the first time I have ever